Hello, I am Serena from Indiana. I was raped at 13 years old and I was taken for an abortion. Our family doctor suggested abortion as a solution to my trauma. I had never heard the word abortion and I had no idea what it was. Once we were at the clinic, I was taken to a room without my parents and I had no idea what the counselor was talking about. When they asked if I was ready, I nodded my head yes. When the abortionist came in the room, he smiled and said, "This won't take long." The abortion was the most painful thing that I had ever experienced. And I began screaming only for George Clawford to yell at me. Years later, I would find my mom's journal and she wrote she could hear me screaming, but they wouldn't let her help me. After the abortion, I was taken to a room to recover, and when it was time to go, I hemorrhaged all over the place. I was not checked on, but sent out the door. Our family never talked about the abortion again, but it changed our lives. My mom would end up in and out of mental institutions, my dad would leave our family, and my sister would struggle with addictions. When I was 16, I would get pregnant again, but this time I would reject abortion and choose life. I thought I was doing good, but I struggled in my marriage. I struggled with being close to my children, and I had reproductive problems after reproductive problems that almost took my life at the age of 29. I would turn to drugs and alcohol to numb my pain, and one night, after a heavy night of drinking, I knew that I had nothing left but to cry out to God for help. He lavished me in a love that I had never felt before. When He also restored my family and set me free from drugs and alcohol. When someone asked if I had ever been to a post-abortive ministry, I honestly thought that I had done a ton of healing. But I decided to go anyway. My first retreat was forgiven and set free, and God did a beautiful thing by allowing me to mourn the loss of my daughter, Eliana Grace. I'm so thankful to the women who asked me to go. Today, I stand here and I ask that you remember my story. God gave this 13-year-old raped girl a mother's heart. Abortion hurts women. It doesn't matter the age or the situation. And this is why I'm silent no more.